matter, Mo?
Daniela, you're charged with a very serious offence here. You're not doing yourself any favours.
I only gave her a kick. That's not bullying, that's just a kick. A small kick.
A couple of weeks ago, Rachel was admitted to hospital with a stomach injury. Do you know how she got it?
No.
She had internal bruising consistent with a blow of some sort. Another little kick, maybe?
You're telling lies about me.
I'm asking you a question.
It weren't me made Rachel top herself. It was her mum giving her little girl
I think we
away.
all know why Rachel committed suicide, Danny, but you shouldn't have done what you did. So why don't you just apologise to the governor for kicking Rachel?
I'm sorry.
Anything else, Mr. Fenner?
No, Mum.
Unfortunately, saying you're sorry is not going to bring Rachel back. You've got a long record of violence and bullying, Danny. I'm going to report this latest incident to security. If there is so much as a hint of this ever again, I'll have you transferred. Do you understand me?
Yes, miss.
In the meantime, I'm sentencing you to 7 days on the block.
What? Miss, that ain't fair. It wasn't even my fault.
That's enough.
Mr. Fenner, you said...
Take her away.
You bastard, Fenner. Get off me! Get your filthy hands off me!
Certainly got your favourites, haven't you?
I'm sorry?
Well, Nikki Wade half kills a prisoner and she gets a slap on the wrist. Danny gets put down the block for a week for kicking someone.
Daniela Blood is a bully, Jim. I'm surprised a man of your experience doesn't know the difference.
I've been to see the doctor. He's agreed to see you again. You've got an appointment Monday morning, 11:15.
That's brilliant, miss. So I'm not sleeping, not a wink. Thinking about how I'm going to cope with a baby and all.
Oh, I'm not promising anything. You're being pregnant, but...
He bloody well better give me something. Or I'm writing to my MP.
Do some exercises.
He took his shoes. There's cockroaches all over the floor.
Just stand on them.
Look, I want to see the governor.
Well, she's gone home, my love. Won't be until Monday.
I know what happened to Rachel. Morning, miss. Have a nice weekend, miss.
Let's skip the pleasantry, shall we? You got something to tell me about Rachel?
I don't know if it's, you know, if it's...
Relevant?
Yeah.
Well, let me decide.
I don't want nobody saying I'm a grass.
If you've got some information, then I'd like to hear it.
It's Mr. Fenner.
Mr. Fenner, what about him?
He was shagging her. You know, having it off with her. Rachel.
Don't be ridiculous.
He was.
Tell me, Denny, how come you know so much about Mr. Fenner's sex life?
Rachel told Shell. Well, Shell got it out of her somehow, but it ain't Shell's fault. It's Mr. Fenner's. He's the one that was doing it to Rachel. He should get the blame.
And if I was to ask Michelle Dockley to confirm your story, would she? So we've just got your word for it, then.
Can I get out now, miss?
You're lucky I'm not giving you another week, making false allegations against my staff.
Hi.
Hi, how are you feeling?
So.
Nikki, can I speak to you in strict confidence about something?
You sure?
It's about Mr. Fenner. You once said that you had a fan club. Can you elaborate on that?
What do you mean?
Well, what form this fan club took, for instance. Seemed an unusual thing to say.
Are you asking me to be a grass?
Nikki, a young girl has hanged herself. Now, I promised Rachel's family I'd investigate her death. I did expect a bit more cooperation from her friends.
I can't prove anything. I'm not naming any other names, but I did warn Rachel off Fenner. I thought he was taking advantage.
Well, it's a piece of shit.
That's what I thought. At first.
I don't believe this.
Denny said that Rachel told Shell. And now another prisoner's told me that she thought you took advantage of Rachel.
Oh, let me guess. Nikki Wade, by any chance? Another man-hating lesbian.
Something's beginning to smell, Jim.
Look, Mom. If you think for 1 minute I took advantage of that poor girl, there's not a shred of truth in it. And you repeat one word of it, I'll have you.
Don't threaten me, Jim. Makes you sound guilty.
Well, how'd you get on?
Couple of jellies.
Good. That's you and me quits then. No more favours, got it?
Yes, miss.
See you all next time.
Come. So, Helen, what's so important? Any good news to report from G-Wing?
Sir, I think I might be getting somewhere with my investigation into Rachel's death.
Really?
Yes. In the strictest confidence.
Look, Helen. Jim Fenner's been to see me. He tells me you're accusing him of having had a sexual relationship with Rachel Hicks.
He told you?
Yes, he did.
Sir, I think there's something in it.
Last week, you said you didn't have a problem with Jim Fenner. Now you're accusing him of the worst breach of professional conduct. You've got no evidence against him, except for the say-so of a couple of very difficult prisoners. Isn't that the case?
Yes, I suppose, but I felt they were telling me the truth.
Did you? Well, that tells me a lot about your judgment, Helen. That you've got none.
Well, what was I supposed to do? Just ignore these accusations. I have a duty of care to these women.
Helen, you're really disturbing me. If you can't see how wrong you are about this, then I think you should go home and seriously ask yourself whether you should be doing this job.
Poor Denny. Must be hellish for her being down there.
You want to feel sorry for someone, you feel sorry for Rachel's little baby. Stuck in some home for orphans.
Yeah, well, there'll be a bed for her in here in 15 years' time, won't there?
All right, Helen.
So you went to see your buddy Simon after all?
I'm not having you slagging me. I could teach you how to run this place. Because believe me, love, if I had been running it, Rachel Hicks would still be alive.